What's up, YouTube? It's been a minute since my last video, and a lot's happened since then. I've been traveling around the world, and as such, I have had some pickups. I haven't been buying and selling as much because I've been taking the time off to just kind of relax, because some of you may know, if you watch my previous videos, that I got a little sick, I lost my job. Well, since then, I got a new job, and I've recovered. The time in between, I tried not to stress about it, and in fact, I decided to go on a vacation because I've been working for about 13 years now without a real break in my career. So decided, hey, what the hell, take 3 months off, start traveling. Went over to Asia, I went over to Europe, over to the East Coast, and decided to really take some time off and mentally relax, both physically and mentally, and then just give myself a break. The good thing about stacking is that, we make an active effort to save. So I knew I didn't have to work right away because I had saved enough to weather the storm, so to speak. And I didn't really purchase anything until I got the new job. So I took a solid 3 months off. I didn't buy anything. I managed my finances, controlled my spending to make sure I didn't have to sell any of my savings. I just depleted one source of funds that I had saved up and used that until I got a new job. Fortunately, when I got laid off, I was also given a severance, not a great severance. I'd worked for the company for 8 years and got a 3-month severance. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Here we go. I had made this purchase, like I said, after I got a new job and I was a bit more secure. By this time, spot gold has moved up quite a bit. It was ranging around 1220-ish, and I saw this one come up on sale for like $12.45, and I really liked it. I believe Provident was doing a blowout. They sent out a bunch of bags. A lot of people were complaining they didn't get a hard box. Providence sent this one first class mail. Not too pleased with that one because no signature tracking or nothing. But either way, it arrived safely, so that's all right. And this is actually one of my favorite coins. It's very, very tastefully done. Some of you who follow my Instagram might have already seen this, and it's a Oriental Border 1 ounce gold Britannia. I'm a big fan of this design for several reasons. Like I said, it's tastefully done. Very minimal changes. It's a bit retro because it does have the throwback to the trade dollar. The border is not overwhelming. The design isn't changed very much, but there are just subtle changes to the coin's design from different versions that I really like about this one. It's not just a privy mark. It's a bit more than a privy mark, but it's less than a full redesign. So it makes for a very nice one-off type of coin that has some special features, but it can go either way. So I'm happy with this one. The mintage is about 5,000, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be a nice coin, but at today's price, I got it under spot with the 2% off from the credit card, and so I don't really care. It is what it is. As long as you can get a decent coin that has good attributes, close to spot or near spot, then it seems like a win-win to me. It's better than your basic coins. Like some folks like to get sovereigns for spot. Hey, more power to you. As long as you can sell it, great. This one I paid a little bit of a premium more, but I kind of counted on the fact that spot would move up, which fortunately it did. And it ended up being lower than spot at the time. So one thing to keep in mind, keep an eye out for these coins that you like that are limited runs. If they aren't sold out, then you can usually pick them up for a discount a little bit later on. And the idea is that there are a lot of limited runs right now, so not everyone's going to buy everything, so pick your battles. Sometimes you can go for the most popular coin, like the 1 ounce palladium from the US Mint. I actually didn't do that one, kind of kicking myself for that one, but it's okay. In this case, I'm going for the slow and grow strategy. We'll see if it works. I purchased it for bullion price, so I'm not really worried. At the time, I did want to purchase the palladium coin, but I couldn't get myself to do it because at the time I didn't have a job and didn't want to take the risk. I knew it was going to be hard to sell, but at the same time it wasn't, right? So some of you were able to do those deals where you got paid 600 right off the bat. I didn't end up doing it. Congrats to those who got that coin. So here I'm in Barcelona at Plaza Real Square, and every Sunday, I believe, they have a coin show where a bunch of guys just go out and sell their coins. You know, the coins are nice, the coins are beautiful. I will say they have a hell of a premium. Morgans and peace dollars go easily for 30 euro-ish. It's kind of crazy. And next time I go there, I definitely want to bring some to see if I can sell some for about 20-ish euros. They aren't even that great. They're not BU. So definitely possible to sell some of these to these guys. Either way, if you're in Barcelona, I highly recommend dropping by. It's right off of Las Ramblas, close to the beach, and it's in the morning on the weekend. So somewhere to go, something to try out. It's kind of fun. There's a few places to visit around there. It's definitely one of the nicer cities that I've been to. During this trip, I didn't actually pick up anything, again, because at the time I didn't have a job, and I was just kind of relaxing. Just wanted to check out the scene. Even though I wasn't stacking at the time, I definitely enjoyed my time there. And yeah, seeing with what everything is happening in the market, I'm kind of glad that I'm not riding the ups and downs right now. I mainly just put myself into a more conservative position and just looking to ride out highs and lows for the time being. One of the good things about losing my job is that I kind of cashed out a portion of my holdings right before the stocks went down because I kind of just had to in order to make sure that my position was liquid enough. And just to be clear, I didn't liquidate my PMs at all. I didn't touch that stack. That's the last one to go. Instead, I sold off some stocks and some things that I had to when I left the company. And like I said, just traveled around, was checking out, and here was a car show in Long Beach, California, with a lot of tricked out rides, some custom, some original. And then I decided to make my way over to Asia and Thailand, and just to give you an idea of the difference in coin shops in Asia versus Europe or even America. I mean, every single mall has a gold shop. And it's not small, it's like massive, or at least they carry a lot of inventory. In Thailand in particular, they won't really touch anything lower than 96.5% pure gold. A lot of these stores carry inventory. Almost none of them have 99.9, and no one I've saw has anything less than 22 karat, or there was no 18 karat gold. The standard is 96.5% purity. That gives it that nice yellow color. Most of it is mainly jewelry. You can see that here's the bullion bars that I'm looking at, and I'm mainly purchasing this to give to relatives who recently had children. In Asian culture, it's customary to give these nieces and nephews some gold for their future. And you don't have to give them a lot. You can if you want, if you have a lot, but usually it's just custom. So in this way, I want to keep some traditions alive. And so I got each one of my nieces and nephew a quarter ounce, roughly equivalent. It's a little less than that because they go by a different system. They go by baht, 1 baht, 2 baht. 2 baht is nearly an ounce. It's just less than one. 1 baht is 15.2 grams at just under half an ounce at 0.48 ounce purity. Then they have 7 grams, which is 2 salung, and then 3 grams, just over 3 grams, which is 1 salung. And what you can see at the top row is 1 baht, the bottom row is 2 salung, and then the middle row is 1 salung, or 3 grams. So there's 15.2 grams, 7.1 grams, and then 3.5 grams. So I was mistaken at the beginning. I didn't give them a quarter, I gave them roughly a bit over a tenth each. And I got it right before that nice spike in gold, so I'm sure they're pretty happy with that. And here we are, wrapping everything up, and this is ultimately what I'll give to my nieces and nephews in these little red pouches. If you saw, there was one size C, which is one of those traditional gold pendants that has a bit of a higher premium, and also with higher premiums, when you sell it back to the dealer, you don't get as much for it. So the bars, generally the spread is about $3 over and under. So it's very minimal. When you get gold in Asia, they give you very close to spot price at every place, as long as you get name brand ones. So in this case, I'm buying from a place, a smelter called Tongbai, which is similar to Atmex or Provident or what used to be Elemental. So basically they're goldsmiths, well-known goldsmiths in the country. I even bought a couple for myself just for safekeeping, just to have as a currency exchange when I go back. I did get stopped by customs, or not by customs, but airport security in Thailand, which they waved me through. Just remember to keep your receipt. So here's a closer look at the pieces that I picked up, and yeah, they're pretty small. They're nice little bars. I'm sure the folks will be happy with them. They're gone now. They're probably stored away, and they'll be seen a bit later when the kids get a little bit older. So one of the reasons why I decided to do this is, after I got sick, you really start thinking about your own mortality and what you can and can't take with you. And, you know, the people who come in and out of your lives. So with these, you can pen them down, and then you have a little memory to go along with it. Plus, if things start going crazy, which it did afterwards, you know, these also go up in value. So over time, it's not exactly like stocks, because you don't really know what stocks will be good in 18 years, right? Who knows what'll be around. But I will say that most likely gold will be around, right? So it's one of the safer long-term investments, I think, in my mind, especially with a number of countries buying gold. And I will say that that has influenced me quite a bit, because I do think that the dollar is in trouble, not just because of our debt, but also because of some of the strategies employed right now. The more we try to isolate ourselves and try to use the dollar as a weapon, the less people want to use the dollar and want to go away from that. And it does seem like other countries are trying to build up their gold reserves in order to back something else. And you can't really blame them either, because if they're buying this debt, do you really think the U.S. can pay back that much debt? And in what time? And we're only accumulating more. So instead, I think they're going to try to switch to another system. Germany, China, Russia, Iran, Iraq, Sweden, a lot of them. So my strategy right now is just locking some funds in these metals. I'm still traveling around, so I don't keep any of this at home. I would be an idiot to. And ultimately, just trying to preserve as much wealth as possible. You know, keeping some in the market so I don't lose out there just in case, because you never really know. That's the benefit of diversification, is that there's a balance. You give up some upside to protect from downside and vice versa. So for now, the emphasis that I'm working on is my skills in this new job, because you know what the old saying goes, the skills pays the bills. So keep on stacking, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.